Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's the one and only Pink Cowboy here, and today we got ourselves a good one. You want to know what it's about? Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you anyway. It's about the NFL season. We are done with the regular season. Never thought I'd be saying this, but it's over. And I'm actually pretty pissed off because the Jaguars. How do you start 8-3 and then you finish the season 9-8? You had one job. One job. And guess what? You failed. You couldn't beat Tennessee. Who cares that Texans got in 10-7? Good job on them. We could have won the division if we could have beaten Tennessee. Tennessee's 5-11. Oh, but I guess that doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, so I'm pretty disappointed in the Jaguars. That sucks. But other than that, it was a pretty interesting season. And now Super Wild Card Weekend is upon us. It's getting very close. And I actually have the bracket right here, and I'm going to go through the games, pick some winners, and predict the Super Bowl via the playoffs. Now, of course, I'm going to come back next week after the Wild Card Weekend is over and see how I did. And I'll probably have to make some new picks if I got them all wrong, or if I got some wrong, or hell, maybe I didn't get any of them wrong because I'm Pink Cowboy and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, this is probably going to be a quick video, really. Let's start with the AFC. So, the AFC, you have the Steelers at the Bills. Steelers-Bills. Okay, the reason why I'm going to pick Buffalo is because TJ Watt is hurt, and what's his name is starting, Mason Rudolph. Yeah, other than that, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Steelers' defense is really good, but yeah, no, Mason Rudolph isn't good enough to beat the Bills. So I'll take the Bills. Final score-wise, I think the Bills will win significantly. I'm going to say 31-13. That's probably a fair score. So then we have Miami going into Kansas City. Man, if Tua can get his head out of his ass and actually play well, then I honestly think the Dolphins can beat Kansas City. Here's what I'm going to say. I want Miami to win, but I will not be surprised if Kansas City does. So I'm just going to pick Kansas City. I'm going to go 24-21, make it a close game. If the Dolphins win, it'll be somewhere between like 27-24 or maybe 27-26 or something around there. And then you have the Browns at the Texans. This is a hard one because the Texans have really showed me something this year. Being a Jags fan, we face the Texans twice a year. And CJ Stroud has showed me something. Their defense has showed me something. However, the Browns' defense is just incredible. It's freaking incredible. And the way that Joe Flacco has come back into the NFL at 38 years old, 39, 38, I don't know how old he is. He deserves comeback player of the year. Defense wins championships. So I'm going to pick Cleveland in a close one. Give me 28-20 over the Texans. Which means then Cleveland would go play Baltimore. Buffalo would go play Kansas City. I think Buffalo could beat Kansas City. Excuse me. I think Kansas City can lose to Buffalo. Is it going to be close? Yes, very close. Um, so give me the Bills. I'm gonna go. Man, this is gonna be a hard game to actually predict score wise. Uh, jeez, Louise. Give me 24. 24-20. Give them a 4-point win, which then leads to Cleveland at Baltimore. Wow. So two teams. One team people thought, what the hell's going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Well, they're in the playoffs, and even though Deshaun Watson's hurt, a guy like Joe Flacco is going to go in and play the Ravens and say, hey, this is my former team. I won a Super Bowl with you guys. I'm going to make you my bitch. So in that case, I'm a Cleveland Browns person for this match. I'm going to say Cleveland beats Baltimore. I mean, barely. I think this is going to be a very big defensive battle. I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of like 20-17, 21-20. If I had to pick, I would probably pick 21-20. So 1 point win for the Browns. So that gives us in the AFC Championship, that gives us Buffalo at Cleveland. So this is where I get very conflicted because, again, Cleveland's got a top three defense, and Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are incredibly talented. However, when it comes to Josh Allen playing top three defenses, he tends to make a lot of mistakes. So I think, honestly, that the Browns are going to the Super Bowl. Based off this, I think the Browns can make it to the Super Bowl. And I think that this isn't going to be a very pretty game. I think Joe Flacco plays really well, but I think Josh Allen plays like dog doo doo. I say the Browns win it 30-20, maybe 30-17. I don't know. Somewhere around there. 30-20, 30-21. It's going to be closer than people think, but okay, so Browns are in the Super Bowl. Now let's go NFC. You have Packers going against the Cowboys. Then you have the Rams going against the Lions. And then the Eagles at the Bucks. So I think when it comes to the Packers and the Cowboys, I sadly I have to pick the Cowboys. If I'm doing this based off like I'm trying to see what my best bracket's going to be, I'm going to pick the Cowboys because the Cowboys are the better team here. I mean, let's be honest. Sadly, I have to say it, but it's the truth. I don't. I'm glad that Jordan Love made it to the playoffs. Good for him. He proved people wrong. But it's that Cowboy defense, and it's just too good. So I mean, yeah, give me Dallas. It's probably going to be a blowout win. Give me 34-13. Cowboys move on. The revenge story: Stafford versus Goff. Rams versus Lions. I almost said Niners. Excuse me. um, I'm a big Stafford guy. I've always liked Matt Stafford. I've always supported him. I always thought he was a great quarterback. It's just he's always had kind of mid to bad teams. And, he's won a Super Bowl. He's proved that he is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. Not that he's an MVP, but he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. But I'm so surprised at what those damn Lions have done this year, man. You never would have thought that the Lions would be winning the division, and doing this well. Because for years, what was it with the Lions? Mediocrity after mediocrity after mediocrity. Not as bad as the Browns, but just mediocrity. And I I I honestly think the Lions get their first playoff win. I think that's the case. Uh, when it comes to score wise, I mean both of these defenses are you could really just choose. You never know. Um, I say the Lions win it by a decent amount. I think it's gonna be uh probably 27-17, somewhere around there. 10 point win. So Lions move on. Now it's the Eagles. I almost said Falcons. Eagles and Bucks. Wow, am I surprised at the Bucks? I honestly said that the Saints or the Panthers could win the division, and the Bucks win the effing division. Never thought in a million years with Baker Mayfield. He's shown that he is a quality starter. Has he had bad moments? Yes. But does that mean that he is an overall trash quarterback? No. So the Eagles. The Eagles were so weird this year, just like Jaguars. But they're even weirder because everybody thought that they were going to win the division or Dallas was going to win the division. And next thing you know, they're doing really good, really good, really good, and then I mean, what the hell happened, Philadelphia? If there are any Philadelphia fans that are a part of the beautiful pink cowboy community, then please tell me in the comments what the hell happened, or what are your thoughts on what happened this season? Because I'm scared to pick Philadelphia, but at the same time I'm not because I know they're playing the Bucks. So, but I'm going to give it a close game here to Philly. I'm going to give it 27-24. I think Eagles walk out with a game-winning field goal. So that means it's the Cowboys versus the Lions and the Eagles versus the Niners. Well, Cowboys Lions, give me the Lions. Any Cowboy fans out there, I know my mother's a Cowboy fan. Don't get offended. Y'all got fucking lucky. If that penalty never happens, you guys lose the game against Detroit. You guys lose the game to Detroit. And Detroit's real this year. So, Cowboys, get your ass on notice. If you can beat Green Bay, be careful. Because no matter if you play the Rams or the Lions, but in this case you're going to play the Lions, you need to watch out. So I'm going to say the Lions win this game. I think it's actually kind of be close to a shootout. I think it's going to be 34-31, Lions win it. So, yep, I flipped you guys off. Sorry. Niners, Eagles. That's Niners. Niners. I mean, it's not even close. I think the Niners destroy the Eagles 33-20. I mean, Niners are just the Niners. So that means it is the Lions versus the Niners in the NFC Championship game, which I would love to see that. I would love to see Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown versus Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, a redhead as well. Love you, George Kittle. And the Niners defense going up against Jared Goff. I think this is where the Niners are going to show their dominance, and they're going to put Detroit away. But the fact that Detroit can make an NFC Championship game is pretty effing impressive. Pretty impressive. So, Give me the Niners. I'm going to go 29. Probably 29-10. I know that's a weird score, 29, but I think it's going to be somewhere around there. Now we're gone to the Super Bowl. Wow. Super Bowl. Ay, ay, ay. Niners, Browns. Wow. Two elite defenses, two top three, top five defenses, versus a young stud quarterback and a great offense, and a veteran quarterback and a pretty solid offense, too. You have the perfect package. It's so hard to choose a winner. If anybody were saying this, they're going to probably pick San Francisco. But in this case, the pink Cowboys going with the fucking underdog, baby. Give me Cleveland to win the Super Bowl this year based off this bracket. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then I'll come back divisional round and be like, I ate my words. I'll eat my words. So give me the Browns over the Niners. It's going to be a very close game. Give me 27-26. Browns squeeze by, and Browns win their first Super Bowl in franchise history. I know my father-in-law, Epaw, is probably going to be like, oh, God damn it. Yeah, Kane, good job picking the Browns. And ever since I've met Epaw, I've fallen in love with the Browns. So, yeah, that's my crazy ass bracket. And you guys feel free to tell me your guys' predictions, your Super Bowl predictions. I mean, tell me what you got. Argue with me. Say I'm a freaking crazy person. Say the Jags suck, because honestly, we do. And honestly, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. But, yeah, I mean, feel free to leave stuff in the comments saying what your bracket is, what your Super Bowl prediction is. And I'll see you guys next week in the divisional round. Remember, stay pink, stay country. Love you guys.